earning his Uganda Certificate of Education in 2003. He furthered his education at Green Hill Academy, obtaining his Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education in 2005. These foundational steps paved the way for his future academic pursuits, including his bachelor's degree in information technology from Uganda Martyrs University and his master's degree in international business from Eslasca University in France. Elected as a youth representative for the Western region on the NRM ticket in the 2011 general elections, Mpaka quickly made a name for himself as a champion of his voters' aspirations.
Right Honorable Speaker, what interest does the ministry have in a fund it claims it does not have authority on? 2, why is a public servant holding this money on his personal account if it is money for a private company and a private association?
As a voter, I think he has performed up to the expectation. No wonder that's why Mbarara City voted him as an MP to come in the 11th Parliament, where I think he has performed better. I think his performance in the 11th Parliament has been topmost.
Mpaka has demonstrated exceptional leadership skills and a deep understanding of policy matters. Mpaka's parliamentary career is marked by numerous achievements. He has served as the youth chairperson of Marshall Sub-County in his Central District and as the national youth representative for Western Region. His commitment to empowering his constituents and promoting Uganda's economic development has earned him recognition. One notable instance of his commitment to his constituents was his opposition to the government's proposal to impose tax on mobile money transactions. This bold move showcased his willingness to challenge the status quo and fight for the interests of his people.
Mwine Mpaka came as a youth MP in the 10th Parliament, and for a young man of barely a term to exude and exhibit that level of confidence is remarkable, regardless of party and color. I credit him, because for you to be able to do work that is enduring and credible, you need a level of confidence, because this is a house of bullies. And for a young man, it's something that he was able to overcome, and for me, he earned my respect.
He performed to the level that all young people should perform. And that is the level that I did when I was at his age. He has not disappointed us. We are proud of him. Even being a member of the NRM and coming from Barara, he has brought happiness and blessing to this country. And we hope that in the future he will be part of the government of the FDC or any other government that will be in power.
Mwine Mpaka has as well moved a motion in Parliament seeking to put an end to the dollarization of rent, especially in commercial buildings, to support business growth and development. Presented a motion in Parliament urging government to ban all Ponzi and pyramid schemes to protect Ugandans from fraudulent schemes that rob them of their earnings. Raised an issue of national importance in Parliament about SIM card cloning that was affecting the security of many Ugandans and promoting encroachment on privacy that is against the law. Moved a motion to ban consumption, sale and distribution of sake waraji, alcohol in Uganda. Moved a motion to stop importation of fruit concentrates so as to encourage fruit juice factories buy and process locally produced fruits like oranges and mangoes. Moved a motion for government to institute an inquiry into the status of the Labor Externalization Monetary Fund, which was existing operating under no legal framework and funds unaccounted for. He was also one of the movers of the Graduate Service Bill 2016, a private member's bill meant to provide a legal framework for supporting young graduates gain experience through structured one-year internship programs. Tabled a private member's bill to amend the Uganda Development Bank Act to allow youth's development activities to be incorporated into its activities and cater for collective youth development funding.
We are requesting the Prime Minister, he's supposed to report back to the floor of Parliament as indicated in our rules of procedure, Rule 217, showing action points taken in as far as Parliament resolutions are concerned, and the Speaker in February this year asked him to present this report before the closure of this session. So we expect the Prime Minister to come up with a report anytime soon. But should this report come and there is no action taken in as far as this resolution is concerned, we shall not only know that the executive is facilitating the existence of these Ponzi and pyramid schemes, but also protecting these Ponzi schemes.
Mpaka's leadership skills and open policy mechanisms soon caught the attention of the ruling government, which appointed him chair of the Trade and Tourism Committee in Parliament between 2021 to 2024.
I inherited a committee that had been disbanded in the 10th Parliament, and we have tried to perform to the expectation. This is the committee that has been providing reports, timely reports, and I think we have presented the most reports in that house. We have handled the most sensitive investigations, and we have not had any scandals.
That committee, with its membership, I remember at one time it had been disbanded because of some various issues. But when Mwine Mpaka was appointed the chairperson of Trade Committee, he worked tirelessly to restore the name of the Committee of Trade.
Is one of the best chairpersons I have ever seen, because Mwine Mpaka is an open-minded person, open-ended, in that whatever idea you have, he takes it seriously. And so I served with him in the Committee of Trade and Tourism for 2 years, and I never found any challenge working with him, because where we could disagree, he would give you explanation why he's disagreeing with you. And when you disagree with him and explain, when he appreciates your explanation, he would take it up.
For the first time, we had an extraordinary chairperson who could read the entire report, edit it with us. We would sit down, we edit the report ourselves, and we make sure that our report is thorough. And people were wondering why we were having very good reports. He encouraged the committee members to always be part of the report. Read.
Yeah, you see differentiating between Honorable Mpaka as a chair and the personality of Honorable Mpaka is hard. There is a very thin thread for somebody really to differentiate. Honorable Mpaka as a chair, he excelled. We came here and he was appointed the chair of trade. He excelled in 2021-2022 when several issues came in, majorly the coffee bill. You remember the coffee bill was an issue. Pineti became Pineti, and there was a report to be submitted by the Committee of Trade. Honorable Mpaka made a thorough report with his committee members. They went to State House, met the President. We went to Chankwanzi. We had that issue in Chankwanzi. It was failing us to really bring out, but Honorable Mpaka, unlike other chairpersons of other committees, he decided to take the mantle and call a spade a spade. He brought it out in the interest of the nationals, in the interest of Ugandans.
I will tell you, for the 3 years, every member of the committee, Honorable Mpaka gave that member an opportunity to chair at least one meeting or one session. So apart from his good leadership, he was also a mentor. He was also building capacity of all the members, so that even when he is not around, the committee work would continue.
Some of the key legislation Mpaka played a crucial role in shaping include investigations into allegations of corruption and mismanagement of 150 billion shillings released to cooperatives involving the Ministry of Trade Permanent Secretary Geraldine Sali. Geraldine Sali was eventually implicated by the report of the Parliamentary Committee on Trade, Tourism and Industry, which questioned the lopsided disbursement to non-claimants.
PS Geraldine Sali be investigated with a view of prosecution by the DPP for offences committed under Section 79, negligence of duty, disobedience of statutory duty, abuse of office and causing financial loss.
A suspect has been brought before court by a police officer and with the consent of the DPP. And we do have a charge to lay before you where she's included as an accused person.
His recommendations had a significant impact, even shaking the foundations of entrenched interests.
Our committee trade, we handled the very contentious issues. You remember the Vinci coffee report, you remember the Atiak report, you remember the investigation on the cooperatives money, the money for compensation of cooperatives, and so many others. Very contentious.
And you know, because of his smartness and level of organization, the Speaker appointed him to head several ad hoc committees of Parliament, like the one of the coffee, when the government wanted to hand over the coffee to companies like Pinet. He really brought a very good report. He also did several investigations. The issue of the trade and exports, he presented reports. He did the one of Naguru land, where people are playing about the land. He brought a very good report. So he has laid a very good foundation. And I want to encourage more young people, irrespective of the policy directive of the party, please focus on the good things that can put your name on record for this country.
He's a man that puts a country first, past his even political party. He takes the country first as a priority, because he has done many things, many decisions that favor the people, actually, which even at times this party wouldn't support. For example, the Pinet agreement cancelling, he stood firm. Despite the intimidation he got from all people, he stood firm. Remember his NSSF report he made. He stood firm and he made the best report out of this parliament. And actually I can say, Mwine Mpaka has been the best chairperson of the committees in this parliament.
He discouraged corruption. He discouraged corruption. One time I remember he warned members. I was there and I was part of him. I used to tell them that you people, because I usually tell them corruption is a curse. And he warned us. He said whoever engages in corruption, let them engage in corruption on their own. As a committee, we are not here to solicit bribes. We are not here to solicit any money. We are here to work. A gentleman of that caliber, young as he was, I was really moved because I'm older than him. And I respected Mwine Mpaka up to now. I respect Honorable Mwine Mpaka. And I pray that God blesses him to always work for his people, so that he does not reach a point and start working for himself and then loses favor from God.
The way he managed the finances of the committee, together with the clerks they would give him, he would make sure that everything is done in a transparent manner.
Under his stewardship, the committee produced reports that were remarkably free of minority reports, showcasing his ability to build consensus and drive meaningful change.
The minister abused her office within the meaning of the law. Abuse of office is a criminal offense under Section 11(1) of the Anti-Corruption Act 2009. The committee also finds the actions of the minister to be arbitrary and an abuse of the duty under the NSSF Act, thereby bringing her conduct within the ambit of the prohibitions under Section 11 of the committee. Therefore recommends that the Minister of Gender, Labour and Social Development, Honorable Betty Amongi Ongom, resigns in public interest with immediate effect. We further recommend that the President should take keen interest in the Minister's conduct above.
The report includes NSSF, report on rice traders 11 billion scan, report on impact of COVID-19 on economy and tourism, report on Vinci Coffee Agreement, report on renovation scandal at Ministry of Trade, report on labor externalization extortion scandal of 16 billion, Report on Mook and Nick's scam worth 10 billion. Report on fuel crisis and sale of our fuel reserves. Report on Atiak's sugar factory. Report on Soroti fruit factory. Mpaka played a crucial role in investigating allegations of corruption and mismanagement of funds.
Actually, almost all the reports of the committee during his time were adopted without any amendment. There are some reports where he announced some data deeds in different sectors. He made a report, I remember, on Atiak's sugar factory, and what came out really, it was shocking to members of parliament, and the report was adopted, where government had been injecting money year in, year out, and nothing was found on, almost nothing. What was found on the ground was actually more or less compared to the funds that the government had injected in the project. There is also a report about the cooperatives. You saw the results. Everybody saw the results, where the committee recommended for the sacking of the permanent secretary then. We all saw what happened thereafter, arresting them because of the embezzlement, and so many things. And we really treasure his services that he rendered to Parliament of Uganda and to Government of Uganda during his time as the chairperson of trade.
And appoint a select committee that will investigate the minister.
The Mbarara City South MP also investigated the misconduct of Minister Persis Namuganza, leading to her censure motion and the controversial Vinci Coffee Bill that was aimed to promote Uganda's coffee industry.
Honorable Namuganza lowered the esteem of Parliament in the eyes of the public, belittled the presiding officers of the House, its members, and consequently the people of Uganda who elected those leaders in line with their constitutional mandate. Her conduct brought Parliament and its members into disrepute and breached paragraph 5 of the Code of Conduct in Appendix 5 of the Rules of Procedure of Parliament. In Appendix 5, Honorable Namuganza ought to have used proper channels of challenging the composition of the ad hoc committees as provided for under Rule 87.2 of the Rules of Procedure of Parliament, as opposed to challenging them on social media.
Of course, some of those projects are the ones that made him get out of chairmanship, because some of those projects were touching they would be so-called big people. And of course, when you touch a big person, they will not let it go just like that. In this country, one thing I've realized is that people don't want the truth to come out. People don't want the best. They prefer to live the way they are, because one of our colleagues one time alluded to the fact that this country has been put on the dining table. So those who are sitting on the dining table, who are eating properly, are very comfortable the way they are. They don't want you to say that what they are doing is wrong, because the person down there should be also benefiting, but the services of the person has been deprived of the services because some people want to eat more than they can even afford to eat. They want to eat and just keep it around them, probably with their, So for me, I know that some of those reports that we wrote as a committee are the ones that made Mwine Mpaka to be removed. But to be sincere, whatever he wrote in the report was not his view. It is the view of the committee members. And that was after investigations, and those were our observations which we gave in.
Mpaka's dedication to transparency and accountability has been evident in his proactive stance on various issues, including SIM card cloning, Ponzi schemes, and labor externalization.
Really, you are not in order, because this is your ministry. URA is within your docket. Surely there should be someone here to explain to us. The issue of animal feed concentrate is going to have an effect on products. These are eggs, this is beef, this is pork, because it's going to increase the cost. It's going to have an effect on the economy. Now tax is a function of profit. Without profit you cannot collect tax. The URA has reclassified concentrates, and now they must pay a certain tax. And we believe URA cannot take a decision without the guidance of the ministry. So really, Honorable Minister, you should be able to respond on this matter, because this committee is drafting a report.
Mwine Mpaka demonstrated his commitment to transparency and accountability by posing tough questions to the Finance Minister, Matia Kasaija, over delayed payment of Ugandan traders who supplied goods and services to the government of South Sudan before the conflict in 2013.
Why did the Minister of Finance sideline the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in compensating the South Sudan traders? Because we have met the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and they were nowhere involved, not even their embassy. Under normal circumstances, they would give you a no objection before you carry out compensation. Or they would even actually give you the actual people who lost property. Because they are resident, there is an embassy in South Sudan. So where did you get the list that you compensated? Because we are well aware the first 10 companies that were compensated actually refused to go through vetting. A process the Ministry of Finance decided to contract Ernst & Young. The 10 refused to go through that process. However, the Ministry of Finance paid the 10 who objected to the same process of verification the ministry had set up.
He sought clarification on the selection process of claimants, efforts to recover lost funds, and the contracting of Ernst & Young to conduct verifications. Moreover, Mpaka highlighted the plight of individual traders who were inexplicably left off the list, showcasing his dedication to ensuring that all traders receive fair treatment.
What informed you to use Ernst & Young, and what were the terms of reference of this Ernst & Young? We want to know who are those people. There are 3 people, I am told.
How far is the report? Have you filed it? If not, how far have you gone with it?
What was the criteria, and how could that criteria eliminate all the others and only give a benefit to 3 who are not even traders?
I pray that let us get these people and I lead them to Southern Sudan to go and plead their case first and foremost.
The business community in particular developed a deep appreciation for his leadership skills, and many came forward to offer glowing testimonials.
We've also invited the Attorney General. We have also invited ISO to help us verify these groups. We have invited Ernst & Young, a company that was contracted by Ministry of Finance, to do the verification. And we have also invited the Ministry of Trade and the Minister of East African Affairs.
Honorable Mwine Mpaka was chair 2 years, and it's not just one element. That means each of those financial cycles, he had to sit in and ask the tough questions of whether what government is proposing is not going to reduce the impact on of the private sector, or is going to increase the impact on the private sector. That is very important. You cannot grow this economy without the private sector. So asking the tough questions, ensuring that whatever is in the bills is for the growth of the economy is very critical. So we want to thank him for that.
He has done so well, especially as the chair of the committee, handling very sensitive issues like coffee and sugar and the rest and tourism.
As the chairperson of the Committee on Trade, Industry and Tourism, Mpaka's proactive stance is a testament to his leadership and advocacy for traders' rights. Throughout his tenure, Mpaka has remained committed to empowering his constituents and promoting the country's economic development. His legacy serves as a shining example of effective leadership and the impact one person can have on the lives of many.
The committee recommends that a lifestyle audit be done. A lifestyle audit be done by the IGG on all the officers of the Compliance Department because there are inconsistencies in the internal audit of companies that have been defaulting and the total contributions to NSS compared to the payee.
For the 3 years he was chair, and the teamwork he built, and the consensus building that was the basis of his leadership, we never had a minority report for the 3 years. And for me, that is where I saw how strong this young man was.
I have never seen even opposition come up with a minority report or a major report outside what Mwine Mpaka has put his effort, because he managed to take in all the ideas of everybody. And because of that, I really refer to him as the best chairperson I've had since I joined the Parliament.
Honorable Mwine Mpaka is one of the people that are brave, that are objective, and give the right report the right time that it requires. Actually, you know, with members of Parliament, we are always also busy with our constituencies. But when it comes to Mwine Mpaka, he devotes time for his committee activities. And when he gets on the floor of Parliament, he gives a report that shows that the chairperson who is presenting actually gave the report or the committee work time for him to produce a report that is actually acceptable and meets standards of the committee.
Whether you are NRM, whether you are opposition, he treated us the same way. And most importantly, by the way, let me tell you, Mpaka is a member of Parliament who takes his work very seriously. For any matter that we are dealing with at committee level, he would read ahead of all of us and come well prepared with information and share with us the information that he has gathered. So he was very informed. He would not manage from nowhere. He would come well informed with all the issues in regard to the issue that you are tackling. And also he had very good rapport with the media, with all the stakeholders that would work with.
But because the pressure was too much, Honorable Mpaka is one person who had wanted to resign as a chair. So because there was unnecessary pressure, yet he felt he was doing something that was right. So eventually he was asked to stay. He stayed as a chair. He steered his committee very well. It became the most vibrant committee. It became a committee that everybody wished to join. In those other years, when we used it to be here, there are other committees that everybody felt would join. Committee of Trade was unheard of. People wanted committees like physical infrastructure, natural resources, those other committees. But when Mpaka became a super chair of the Committee of Trade, everybody wanted to join the Committee of Trade. The members of that committee, nobody would wish to leave. You remember even there is a time Honorable Semjo had wanted to transfer some members. They complained and went to the Speaker, and eventually they were brought back. So there is no member who wished to leave Honorable Mpaka's committee, unlike other committees where people and members willingly wish to transfer.
He has been a strong advocate for youth development, organizing the Uganda Youth Business Forum and serving as chairperson of the Uganda Parliamentary Forum on Youth Affairs. His legacy serves as a shining example of effective leadership and the impact one person can have on the lives of many.
Connecting with the people at the local level. For example, the market people, people in sports, football, and then nurturing the young talents at Mbarara City FC. For me, I think he has performed up to the expectation. And like the work of member of Parliament is to appropriation, registration, oversight, and I think Honorable Mwine Mpaka has done so well in those areas.
Honorable Mwine Mpaka, umujimu yenkito nkaba boda atutungwira mu byemizano yatuhereza zajaze yatutera hebe kuko twabihangura kandi still yagaruka yatuteraho piki
karete cyuma cyo kwa roga na bonkoko Mwine Mpaka nagabira abantu enkoko nagabira ba boda n'abatari ba boda. Mwine Mpaka tuyisire tournament ya boda umuhango zinaza kuba natwara bajaji.
Mwine Mpaka n'umuntu w'itumurundi
tumusiza mulungi tukamuhakaruo natwora buzima nyine cyakutunagiraho akizaho katari buyabye narondobu yasisura n'amashanyarazi umwaka gubona bene buzima tumukunda.
Okay, tasosora mu dini olw'ensonga bw'oli munnakatuliki akutwalanga bw'oli omuprotestanti akutwalanga bw'oli abalokole abasiraamu era ne bwaba ayamba wonna abasiraamu bamuyita bwagendayo abayamba ensonga zaabwe babazimba oba balina ebizibu abibakolera bwagenda mu bannakatuliki era nabo kyekimu.
Throughout his tenure, Mpaka has received numerous awards and honors, including the Uganda Cooperative Award for Most Passionate and Dedicated Leader in 2022 and the Best Parliamentary Committee Chairperson in 2023. This is in addition to other earlier honors. Most Valuable Players Pride National Basketball School Championship, Vienna College Namugongo 2002, Born to Serve Ugandan National Awards 2017, Captain of the Year Award, Inter-Parliamentary Games of East Africa 2019, Certificate in Computer Management 2003, Most Valuable Player East African Inter-Parliamentary Basketball Games 2024, Chairperson Trade Committee of Parliament 2021 to 2024. Uganda Cooperative Award for Most Passionate and Dedicated Leader 2022.
Mpaka is the captain of basketball. If anybody had interest in sports and saw how basketball has been fighting, Mpaka strongly leads by example. Even when he's on court, you see him really fighting. That fighting like in the army, I think when a commander has the zeal to lead the team, irrespective of what is happening, that is the zeal that you see Mpaka exhibiting. So Mpaka really excelled as a committee chair, excelled as a captain of the basketball team.
Honorable Mwine Mpaka has had an illustrious career marked by numerous achievements in both politics and sports. Mpaka has been at the helm of Mbarara City Football Club since 2014, demonstrating his commitment to promoting sports development in Uganda. He captured the Uganda Parliamentary Basketball team. Mpaka has been leading the team since 2019 and will continue to do so until 2025, highlighting his passion for basketball and teamwork. He also served as the chairperson of Uganda Parliamentary Forum on Youth Affairs from 2016 to 2018, showcasing his dedication to empowering Ugandan youth. Back to Parliament, Honorable Mpaka has had an illustrious political career triggered by an early leadership role while still in school. Served as head prefect Lohana Academy 1998 to 1999. Served as house prefect Vienna College Namugongo 2002 to 2003. Served as chairman Electoral Commission in Nkozi University 2014 to 2015. Served as Minister Campus Affairs in Nkozi University 2015 to 2016 before beginning his national political career in 2011, serving as the youth chairperson for Masha Sub-County in Sinjra District, Uganda from 2011 to 2016. Also currently serving as a member of the Committee on Tourism, Trade and Industry and Committee on Commissions, Statutory Authorities and State Enterprises, COSASI. He possesses excellent legislative and public policy working knowledge with over 3 years' experience in parliamentary representation, procedure and lobbying. Served in various other positions of responsibility, most notably Chairperson Uganda Parliamentary Forum on Youth Affairs, Executive Board. Also served as a member of the Parliamentary Committees for Science and Technology and Gender, Labour and Social Development. Served on the 8-member of Parliament Select Committee investigating cases of sexual violence in institutions of learning around the country Uganda in 2018. Served as a member of the Africa, Caribbean, Pacific ACP Parliamentary Assembly from 2016 to 2017. Served on the World Bank Youth Parliamentary Meetings 2017 to 2021 in Washington, D.C. Served on the World Bank IMF Spring Meetings 2017 to 2021 in Washington, D.C. Represented Parliament of Uganda at the World Urban Forum Parliamentary Roundtable in Malaysia 2018. Served on the International Young Leaders Assembly at the United Nations New York 2016 to 2021.
For me, I want to thank him, appreciate him But I also want to thank his parents, his father and mother, and whoever was involved in bringing Honorable Mpaka up. Because his leadership skills, his management styles are not common with so many people. Because when they gave us the Honorable Mpaka as our committee chair, many people doubted. Remember, the Honorable Mpaka first came, we came together to Parliament. He first came as a youth member of Parliament, very young. And then he came the second time as a constituency member, but still very young. If you look at the committee membership that he led for 3 years, if he was not the youngest, I think he was the second or third youngest. Majority of the members were old members, including the late Honorable Sisri Ogwal, very senior member, may her soul rest in peace, including the Honorable Professor Mushemeza Elijah, very senior in terms of age and experience. There are so many senior members of it. But the way Honorable Mpaka led the committee, the unity he built, the teamwork he built, you cannot find it among so many people. He built a team, we worked together. Honorable Mpaka was very open, transparent. Everything he would do in an open and transparent manner. And he had respect for everybody. He had respect for every view that came from every member of the committee. I'm actually surprised that such a good leader would be told, now you have served 3 years and the decision is made by NRM sec, please let others. But why don't we, if we have got a good leader like him, why wouldn't you maintain him and probably even give him a bigger responsibility, a bigger position? The Honorable Mpaka can be a very good minister, cabinet minister, the way I see him. So otherwise, I'm not saying others are not doing well. They have given us other leaders, they are doing very well. But I am here to really tell the whole world to pay tribute. I'm happy to pay tribute when I am still here with him, because these are things we normally speak when a colleague probably has gone to be with the Lord. I am happy to pay tribute to the Honorable Mwine Mpaka for his good leadership skills, management styles, teamwork, and all that he has exhibited as chairperson of this committee.
So to have such chairpersons, really you feel we need more of the Mpaka'S. I wish most of the chairpersons emulated Mpaka. Me, I wish him well. I wish him in good, wherever he goes. I even request the president, if he sees good things in Mpaka, to appoint him a minister and make him do good work.
I rank him as one of the better performers as chairperson of that committee. A very sensitive committee where a lot of interests are traded, and we have a history of that committee being disbanded in the 10th Parliament. So I give him credit for keeping firm, keeping the team together, and his reports are really solid reports. And if he carries through his politics with that balance, he's quite balanced. He doesn't carry through with bias. I think the sky is the limit for him.
To the House, I bring wide experience in youth leadership and commitment to ensuring that youth voices are well represented in policy and legislative processes, which directly contribute to youth empowerment and national development. Passionately advocating for youth inclusion and youth-led development laws and policies, especially promoting development financing that transforms young people to financial independence. Passionate about and continuously advocating for laws and tax regulations that support and enable young people in starting entrepreneurship projects for investments.